So it seems that the Australian government is trying to ban anime. Ugh, another situation where they're trying to attack us anime fans. Well, I'm going to tell you, government, it's going to fail yet again. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So it seems that the Australian government, there was a senator that came out and said that anime was too spicy and that it was offensive. You know, one of those think of the children moments. And, oh man, it was just, oh, it was a really stupid moment. So, looking at this article, an Australian senator demands all Japanese anime and manga is reviewed for offensive exploitation. Now, you know, it's really stupid because what the senator did was the senator went around and started to cherry pick moments from anime and tried to say it was really offensive and terrible. So, looking into this article, the Australian Senate heard an impassioned speech Wednesday as Senator Sterling Griff called for all Japanese anime and manga to be re-reviewed and examined for exploitation or certain content as a matter of urgency. Senator and member of Central Alliance FKA Nick Xenophon team Sterling Griff questioned the need for immediate reclassification and potential banning of anime and manga in Australia, pointing towards several titles he believes have fallen through the cracks. Oh no, fallen through the cracks. Oh man, apparently it's too much for him to be able to handle. Oh no. In particular, Griff pointed towards Sword Art Online Extra Edition and animes Goblin Slayer and No Game No Life, with each showing explicit content involving minors. No Game No Life includes, you know, some things in terms of, you know, family relations, if you get what I mean. And Goblin Slayer features scenes where underage characters are tortured and offensive things happen by goblins. You ever seen Star Trek Picard? Which, by the way, that's a terrible series. I would not recommend it. But, yeah, there are some family relations going on there, if you get what I mean. So, you want to say that No Game No Life, for example, is offensive. Yeah, you might want to look at Picard first before you start saying, oh, anime is offensive. Besides, Goblin Slayer, that's called world building. But I guess you don't know what that is either. Nor do they understand, apparently, what escapism is, right? You know, that's what fiction is. It's escapism. It's not real, and it's not really happening to real people, of course. It's fictional characters we're talking about. We're talking fiction, okay? You know. But yeah. The certain offensive things of children is abundant in manga, like the series Goblin Slayer, which in my office we showed to a number of people today, and they were absolutely horrified, he said in a transcript first acquired by Kotaku. Oh god, Kotaku. Yeah, garbage to your website. In Goblin Slayer, children are often portrayed as frightening or resisting, but they're also shown as enjoying certain terrible things. Enjoying it. As I've said, experts say that terrible people are using this material to groom children. But what? What? How? Have a look at this. It's normal. It's certainly not normal. No, they're not. Okay, that's not true. These people, they'll make up whatever they can to try to get rid of something. You know, we're living in the day and the age of the internet. You know, you have probably never heard of the Streisand effect, have you, government? Because apparently, you know, when you try to censor things, right, the Streisand effect's going to happen to where people are going to be more interested in it when you bring it up. So, of course, doing this, they're going to make it to where more people are going to be interested in anime, looking it up and getting into anime and becoming fans of it. Like, these people they're so stupid. Like, when they try to make these stupid points that aren't true, they try to make up whatever they can to say that, oh no, it's offensive, think of the children. When Like, oh man, they just try to make up whatever they can to try to get rid of something that they don't agree with or don't like. The law in Australia is very clear, he says. The Commonwealth Criminal Code prohibits the sale, production, possession, and distribution of offensive and abusive material that depicts a person or is a representation of a person who is or appears to be under 18. It is unambiguous. You know, you're talking about fictional characters. As I stated before, fictional characters. A real person's not being harmed here. It's fictional characters. You see, that's the thing that they don't get. Like I said, they cannot seem to separate fiction from reality. They don't understand the concept of what escapism is. Therefore, when they find something like this offensive, right? You know, they just think, oh, ban it, get rid of it, we have to censor it, we have to do something to stop it. It's really stupid, and their arguments are just dumb. I mean, there's so many forms of fiction out there that aren't even Japanese, mind you, that are in novels and things like this where things happen, you know, that are deemed offensive or terrible, right? But they don't try to get that banned. Oh, no. They specifically go after anime, right? You know, they don't go after the movies that do things like this, right? Oh, no, because apparently to them, that's not terrible. You know, that's, you know, they just want to attack something they don't agree with, which they don't agree with anime, so they have to try to make it, you know, politically correct. You know, they cherry pick for some of the worst things they can find, and then they try to throw that out there, right? And, you know, this isn't the first time. I mean, if you go back to 2016, for example, you know, the UN themselves proposed a ban, and it was on anime, and they believe that, you know, it depicted some very terrible things as well. And, of course, that didn't succeed either. But, you know, they tried to bring up the argument that anime was bad. Basically the same situation that what Australia is trying to do as well. So it was basically the same thing, really. And, of course, that failed as well. I mean, we're living in the days of the internet. And it's like they don't understand that you can't censor the internet. The internet itself, you know, it's out there. You're going to find it. I mean, you know, it just happens. I mean, yeah, while television itself can be censored, you know, thing of it is that the internet, you know, that's for anybody's use. And, of course, they're going to look up whatever they're going to look up. And, you know, you're going to stumble upon things, whether you intentionally mean to or not. You know, it'll happen. You know, it happens to everybody at least one time. And, you know, when it comes to anime, even if they try to ban it, they're going to find it. People are just going to find other outlets or other ways to see it. It doesn't matter. But these people don't get it. So, of course, looking at another article here, Senator calls for dark, disgusting anime and manga to be banned in Australia. I mean, you know, which is the same person. But this is another point that they tried to bring up with their whole entire argument within this article. So, taking a look at this as well. Japanese manga and anime depicting terrible, offensive things would be banned from Australia's shelves under a crossbench senator's plan. Censor Alliance's Sterling Griff will move a motion on Wednesday calling for an urgent ban as he ramps up criticism of the classification board for rating controversial anime. The South Australian senator used a speech to Parliament to highlight anime and manga depicting some exploitation. There is, unfortunately, a dark side and disgusting side to anime and manga, with a significant proportion of the two media featuring abuse material, he told the Senate. They contain depictions of wide-eyed children, usually in school uniforms, engaged in explicit activities and poses, and often being abused. And of course, you know, like I said, Goblin Slayer, which was one of the things that they used as an argument, you know, Goblin Slayer, when it came out, started, you know, to spark so much controversy because of, you know, its scene within just the first episode alone. And of course, so many woke Puritan idiots took so much offense that they were trying to completely outright cancel Goblin Slayer. And, you know, of course, the senator, you know, cherry picked a lot of things, Goblin Slayer being one of those things to cherry pick to try to, you know, use for the argument. But, you know, like I said, it's fictional. You got to remember that. I mean, yeah, of course, it still is a terrible event, but it's fictional. Nobody got hurt realistically. It's just fictional characters. It's not real people getting hurt. Got to keep that in mind. Japanese law exempts manga and anime from exploitation laws because the images do not depict real children. Keep that in mind. Not real. You know, In Australia, the production, possession, and distribution of abuse material depicting a representation of a person who appears to be under 18 is illegal. Experts have warned explicit anime and manga can be used by terrible people as tools to groom children and act as a gateway to the abuse of real children. Senator Griff said despite local laws, there were a number of anime series that had received M and MA15 ratings from the classification board. The classification board appears to be making decisions in isolation to criminal law. This must stop, he said. You would think that if they're this butthurt over anime, you would think that they would be going after so many other forms of entertainment. I mean, it's so dumb. It really, really is. He said the worst series was Manga Sensei, which is about a 12-year-old girl who draws specific manga with her 15-year-old brother who writes the stories. The series also heavily features certain family themes, and many scenes are so disturbing I just can't describe them, Senator Griff said. And see, that's the thing, while they're bringing all this publicity to it, you're going to get more people who may not have even heard of anime before into anime. Streisand effect, that's the whole thing. They're just going to reel in more people, and even if they do get it banned in Australia, what they don't understand is there's other outlets, for people to be able to find anime. So, anime fans of Australia will still find ways to be able to watch it regardless. I mean, that's the thing. You're also going to get more people who have never even heard of anime more invested in wanting to watch it. That's the other thing, because they're bringing awareness to it and trying to act like it's such a big crime, such a big issue. When, anime, it's a good form of entertainment. It's one of the few bits of entertainment that's actually left that hasn't been destroyed by woke culture. And, the more they try to destroy it, the more fans like myself and many of you watching are going to defend it. Because, anime is a wonderful form of entertainment. It's fun. It allows you to be able to escape the confines of reality, to just be able to relax for a change, just have a good time watching something. And anime is one of the last good forms of entertainment that's left, because, look at Hollywood and their terrible crap, right? So, we gotta stand by anime and defend it for sure, because I love anime and I don't want to see anything terrible happen to it. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed, because YouTube's unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you're still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed, and be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there, and it'll also keep you up to date when new videos will be released, as well as any updates on other events that may be coming out in the future. So, the link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.